In this nuclear-armed world, this whole approach is so reckless, so dangerous, and if I could say, the Western world needs to open its eyes to reality. It does not run the show. The United States has every bit of security. The U.S. is untouchable. The only danger to the United States of America is nuclear war.
Welcome, Jon Doe, to the show, man. Grimm's Music Mosh Pit. Let's party. This is great. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions and shit, too. So let's see what we got here. So when I was on YouTube and stumbled across you guys, I was looking for some new music, and I'm glad I found you because it was right what I needed. And then, so I heard the song World in Chaos. And
Disasters created by dragon weapons. The superpowers destroy our nation. World War III will be psychotic.
I was like, man, these lyrics are dope. You know, right in line with what I'm all about with wisdom synergy and my hidden histories and secret societies and all this other shit I'm into. So it was right in line, and it really turned me on, man. So I reached out to you, and here you are. And so you're the guitar player and the singer, right?
Yeah, the other guys, Des, the bass player, she's visiting her kids down in Atlanta, and Stan, he works late hours, so he's probably crashed out right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a few questions here for you. Let's see here. So, you know, what was the first memory of music feeling like total chaos to you?
It was probably when I used to order these tapes from the back of Hit Parader magazine, but I saw it on MTV, which would have been Celtic Frost, Morbid Tales. When I saw that, I just thought to myself, man, that's what I want to be. I was like 12.
Love that. Celtic Frost is one of the first for me too as well.
The Tom the Warrior, man, is really drove me to do what I'm doing today, really. Tom Fisher.
Is that right? Yeah, so he kind of lit that fire for you, huh?
Yep, and he would have been the one.
Is there a certain song?
I think all of them, all of them. Yeah. My friends, they were like, if I put something like that on back then, they thought I was possessed by the devil or something, you know what I mean? But now today, that's just standard music, really. Yeah. I mean, there's more bands today that are way heavier than that.
Magical. So you've been in other bands?
Yeah, I started playing at a young age. My first band I was in was 16, but the one that really drove me out into the society would have been in 89. And so I've been playing in famous metal bands since, the early 90s.
Okay. Anybody we know of?
Because then they'll know who I am.
Hey, I ain't forcing you to say anything you don't want to say, man. It's all, hey.
My whole thing was to create something mysterious to the point where nobody knew who I was, like it was brand new on my personal level, but yet people could relate with that, coming with the facts, So I knew that, people writing all this death metal, things like that, it's just not real. It's just fantasy. I want to break into reality and come with the facts. So I make sure that the subject matter I'm writing about, I make sure that it's true content.
I really love that. I admire that in you. It takes fucking balls to do that, you know? And the mask is almost like, you know, showing more feelings from inside than it's not, you know, I look at it like you're not really covering anything up. You're really expressing yourself. You know, because the mask can be scary. Well, maybe inside we feel a little bit scared, and maybe inside we feel a little bit fucking fucked up.
Reality is scary. The problem is
man, right.
Society wants to live in fantasy so they don't have to be scared of reality. But once you get beyond that point, you realize there's a certain level of change that can be done, but nobody wants to do it, you know? If we had everybody changing the situation to the point like on environmental death, that's what I'm talking about, you know. And world is in chaos. With the album World in Chaos, I mean, the titles on that record just goes to show you, like Blind, you know. Everybody's blind to the fact that they don't want to see the truth, or they're blinded before the fact, you know. That's what those societies and those agendas wanted, so they could keep on doing what they're doing by slaving the masses.
What sparked that in you to recognize the shit that's going on around you and pay attention to it? Because I think there's a lot of blind motherfuckers walking around, man, that ain't paying attention to shit.
Right. I mean,
You're blind, putting pain on others is because you're blind. Not taking action for your positive mind. You think you're bigger than God is because you're blind.
Shit.
Right. I mean, well, you know, I have so much material, right? And it's like when I was in the writing process after Decoded was no more than decoding information on bringing to the public on how to correct the problem. You know what I mean? Like unknown killer robots. A lot of people don't even know they got robots that are walking around that can fire weapons. And they're thinking for themselves. I mean, if you look on that video, all that content on that video I released was content that was actual shot footage of test runs of them robots. And them suckers started thinking for themselves. You know what I mean? And they're firing at them. You know, they got them armed with live round ammunition. And they're like, oh, okay, we can control these bots, you know?
Yeah.
And they're firing on it. They're like trying to get out the way.
Wow, man.
Are you ready to kill the machine? 1, 2, 3, 4, go! Non-living systems that are unpredictable. Military bases drill me out.
You know, I'm aware of some of this that you're talking about too. Have you heard about like AI surveillance?
Yeah.
You know, or legends of, you know, Zeus and them, and you know, the myths, you know, and protected them. And then they, you know, they couldn't control it or whatever, you know, and it like they had to like, I guess it was like some kind of screw or something they had to undo in the back of them or something or other. But, you know, it pretty much destroyed everything, you know. And if you look at the Sumerians kings list, man, you know, they talk about kings that ruled for tens of thousands of years at a clip. You know,
Right.
like what lives that long? Like AI, you know, tech underground and shit, like that actually feeds people information, man. You know, like
Well, what they just read recently by the Samaritan text is they read that the Anunnakis actually started working on building robots before human sapiens, before human beings. So they were
okay,
already built, and they realized that the robots were going to start thinking for themselves. So they're like, oh, no, well, we're going to try to create slaves. So we're going to have to create something else. That's why they started working on DNA. And that's how they
yeah,
created human beings. But the funny thing was is you got Inky and you got Anu, and they were brothers.
Enki and Anu, yeah,
Inky was evil. He was like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna make it where we can control them. Well, Anu didn't like it, so he added a little more into the sauce to make us where we can think for ourselves.
right,
But
right.
but in the end, they still slaved the masses back then, you know, to dig out minerals for them to exist on this planet. The thing is they were already creating robots first,
Yeah.
but they knew that it wasn't going to work because they weren't even going to be able to control these things. Been like the Terminator or something, you know what I mean? That would have been like, you know, it would have been like the Terminator where they start controlling themselves, you know what I mean, through Skynet.
right.
Skynet's already here, you know, Starlink, Skynet, you know,
Yeah.
it's all the same thing. T-Mobile freaking satellites, it's all that's Skynet.
Are you a flat earther?
I try to tend to stay away from conspiracy theories. I like
A little
to
too
come
heavy,
to
huh?
that.
All right.
Right.
I was just curious, man.
I don't think that that's funny, man.
It is. It's a trip. It's an awesome question, though. You
why
know.
they think the Earth is flat? Because the map is flat, right? Oh, the map is
Well,
flat, so the Earth is flat. That's bullshit.
All right. Well, answer me this though. Like any picture you ever see, or your own view of your own view, like, and you can see for miles and miles and miles. What's it look like to you? It looks like it just keeps going straight, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, because
Like you can see
gotta remember-
forever. You know what I mean? And it's like the same in the sky almost.
Yeah, but when
It's
you're
trippy. That's just-
flying,
You know, that's
When
not
you're
like facts or
flying-
anything. That's not like proof or anything. I'm just saying, like, use your own. Like, I try to typically think logically when I look at something, you know,
Yeah.
and it's usually hidden right in front of your face, brother. Always right in front of our faces, man. Something that easy, you know, like, and that's logically thinking. But we're programmed in a way to think, like what we're taught in school, that it's a globe. So naturally, it's hard to shake that thought that it ain't a globe.
no, you're totally right, man.
You
Well,
know, and
well,
I'm like
never-
on the fence there, you know, like I'm a little bit more flat earth than I am round at this point in my life.
yeah, you know, and that's
You know, but I'm
where
still on
I
the
always
fence. I'm
say-
kind of like, you know, I'm waiting to jump off on either side here. I don't know yet, man, but I'm a little bit more convinced it's flat, you know?
Well, we'll never know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, on your
That's
free
the-
time, we'll have a follow up at some point. Maybe on your free time, you can look into this flat Earth business and see what evidence you can shake up, man. Because I've seen some shit, man. It fucking blew my mind. Like it's
Right.
trippy and it's logic. It's logical stuff, man. You know what I mean? And like, I was glad to meet you and talk to you, and you were into some of this shit because I feel like it needs to be heard. You
No,
feel
for
me?
real.
And you're doing it in music, and that's my favorite way, man, to bring it front. You know what I mean? Is in an aggressive way too, man. I love your style and you know your chugs and your riffs and all of it, man. I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And it's a pleasure to meet you and you to be on my show, man. It's so cool. So I appreciate that. You
No
know?
problem, man. Enjoy it,
Awesome.
man.
So
Awesome.
I got some more questions here though. Like, you know, okay. So what was the moment when you were forming ICU, or when you were coming up with songs? What was the moment that you said, okay, this needs to exist?
Yeah, Decoded was the first one because Decoded decodes was the beginning of decoding the facts. But before the fact, before all this, I've
Yeah.
always written material in the other famous metal bands that I was in. doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But this project I knew needed to come after what I was doing in 2017 because I wanted to go back to my old roots, but this time I wanted to amplify it in a direction where people would drive themselves to the channel or drive themselves to the media, and because I'm coming with the facts, because most of the stuff on that other material that I did prior throughout the years between 2003 and 2010 was more conspiracy theory. So it really wasn't factual. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now, if they hear this, they know for sure this is the facts. They're not going to label it as a conspiracy project. And that's what I did, you know?
Yeah.
And then masking myself up, I knew sooner or later, you know, they're going to want to know who this person is. And like I said, I had issues and problems in 2016 during a situation where I got attacked by the FBI and jailed for 179 days over music lyrics. That's what I'm talking about. I had to fight my way out of fucking trouble because they considered it a threat and a conspiracy theory, but the judge saw right through it. And
right on. So the judge is supposed to be a smart guy, you know,
because of certain lines that I said in them songs. But, you know, they can make anything up. But in the end, that's what I'm talking about. As long as I'm publishing the facts, I'm good. But yeah, that's where with the question, that's when I knew what I had to do for today's society, because people are so fucking blind. I wanted to make something enjoyable enough to be a learning tool for people for their fucking subconscious to open up to do the right thing, man.
Yeah. And I agree with what you're doing there. I agree with what you're doing there 100%, man. Like, it's important. You know what I mean? And what you say about the facts and your other bands or whether that you were working with were conspiracy theories.
That's what they said. They weren't, but that's what they labeled it.
Okay. Who, the big heads or whatever?
The social agenda labeled it conspiracy, right? Because you know, the songs just weren't intentionally towards factual information.
Okay.
You know?
Right, I understand. I mean, they got to label it something.
They'll do anything to shut the fuck up.
Right on, right on. And like I said before, it takes balls to fucking, you know, that's why I started this whole wisdom synergy thing, man, was because of that passion that you have there was and it's also in my music as well. You know, really aggressive stuff and shit that needs to be fucking heard, man. You know, I believe it. And like, I'm not saying just because I believe it, it's going to be, you know what I mean? But when you believe in something, you know, it makes a difference. You know what I'm saying?
No, it does, man.
It's like a magic that we have, you know what I mean? It's like some kind of force, you know, an energy force that we have, each and every one of us inside of us that, you know, we're capable of unlocking, you know, more than what we think we're capable of.
Yeah, they got the masses so controlled to the point where they got to get up and do their 9 to 5. They don't got enough time to really spend time with their families. I mean, 2,000 years ago, you know, they worked 6 months and took 6 months off.
What made you decide to like stick to your guns and not really follow the trends?
I'm the kind of guy that's gonna go against the grain.
Unreal.
The FBI.
Wow.
Oh, dude, I was fucking blown away. I was like, "What the fuck, y'all?" I didn't even know what the fuck they were talking about.
Right on. Yeah, like who the fuck are you? What are you doing here? Yeah.
You know, they almost shot me to death in my van at 7:00 in the morning. I go, "What the fuck is your problem?" They go, "You're a suspected bank robber." Right? And then they got me all shackled up and they got me.
They got any proof of this shit? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
I'm making the goddamn court documents, man. I got them in my fucking drawer. No, them sons of bitches.
Wow.
So after they got me hemmed the fuck up, finally off the asphalt after an hour of fucking laying there, shackled feet and hands like a fucking animal.
Oh, man.
They fucking got me in the back of the cop car and they show me this phone. What is this? And I go, those are my music lyrics for my fucking record, fucking The Shadow Panther, you douchebags.
Yeah, right on. What the fuck? Like, so they took you in and everything? Like, they held you? They locked you up?
Fuck yeah, they put me in solitary confinement and charges kept coming out underneath the door. Threatening to kill the president, bomb threats against the department, terrorist acts against the United States of America, fucking, and then they fucking throw the RICO Act on me. I was like, I don't got a fucking gang.
Right on. Yeah. They do that. They do that shit, man. That's fucked up. You know, when we're regular people. You know what I mean? We're, you know, that's a shame that it's coming to that, you know. But that's exactly where they want the programming to be, man. You know?
Right.
They want people against each other. Like, if we could unite, bro, and fucking, you know, share ideas and fucking really get lit with some shit, you know? Man, think of the shit we could learn, bro. A collective knowledge, you feel me?
See, that's why I know with this project here.
That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of bands like you. They're afraid of bands like you and channels like me, man. They're afraid of this shit.
It sounds like Con because I already know what not to do.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
seem
I'm
like a smart guy, right? Yeah.
Because I've already been through it over the process. And I was like, all right, you motherfuckers are dust. Because now I know if that shit would have been published to the public,
Yeah.
maybe so. But in this case, as long as I come with the facts, I'm golden because that shit was more of a conspiracy to them. Certain songs were kind of threatening, right?
Right.
Well, fuck. There's, you know, I told them, I go,
Well,
what about fucking the movie Saw? Or like fucking,
absolutely.
Or like, you know, Dr. fucking Lichter, or these fucking, right?
Anything almost like, who's to say, you know? So listen, there is, that is outrageous. There is horror movies, and that's the best point you have right there because it's expressing your creativity through music, not through a movie. You know, you can have people watching people get murdered and bloodied up and all this other shit, but you can't listen to the lyrics. You can't use your own imagination and fucking think about something like, you know, in a song wise that like they're convinced that people are going to go and fucking do what's in this music. And I think if people do, they're fucking idiots. You know what I mean? They're fucking retarded. That's all it is.
That's basically,
you know, just like juggalos and shit with like going around the park dressed as clowns and shit with axes and shit. Like these kids, they're not juggalos. You know what I mean? They were on a fucking other, like, I don't know what the fuck they were tripping on, but you know, everybody knows when they're watching a horror movie, that's a movie. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, same with the music. There's horror music. You know what I mean? You're listening to a song.
Right.
You know, how are they going to charge you with it? What's the difference? They should be charging every movie maker out there.
That's what I tried to say. But it did. But, you know, it's funny. In the end, I whipped their asses with a public defender, right? That took this case on a pro bono case. And, he butchered them, you know?
Absolutely. Good.
3 judges to convince them that these guys were fucking crooks. The Metropolitan Police Department were a bunch of criminals in Clark County.
Yeah.
Going after somebody who's a fucking nobody.
Yep.
You know,
so I agree with you 100%, man. Like I totally. I'm a guy that's gonna go against the fucking grain no matter what. But I'm gonna definitely come with the facts. I mean, that stuff definitely was factual. Yeah.
You know, because it had its thing, but it had a threatened direction in certain songs at that time when they attacked me. But I got.
Yeah. Good for you. Good
because
for you. Amen.
Now I'm going to attack larger agendas and hidden governments that attack the masses.
Yeah.
In today's world, like the Bohemian Grove and places like that.
Hey, right.
I'm on a mission to expose those
yes
who who hold these fucking seminars like that, like a SEMA fucking car fucking show, but it's about fucking torturing human beings and shit.
Amen, man. I think me and you need to join forces, man. You know what I mean? Like, we need to start a fucking army. You know what I'm saying? It seems like a fucking, man, I'm serious, man, because you can't go far alone, really. You know what I mean? Like, if you have people in numbers, man, they cannot fuck with you, man.
Well, that's what scares them. One.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We should, you know what I mean? Like, because I got your back on that. Everything you just said there, I got your back.
Right.
Fucking A, man. Fucking A, man. Like, who's to say, you know, like, the whole FFA thing or whatever and all that, like, you know, remember with Howard Stern and all that shit too, and fucking, you know, who's to say what's, you know, acceptable and not, you know what I mean? Like, you know, what you like, I might not like and might take offense to. What I like, other people definitely ain't gonna like and definitely will take offense to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who's to say who's the right or the wrong there? You know, and I also think that they're afraid of us using our imagination. I think there's a key there. There's some kind of key to something with, you know, our consciousness and shit and your imagination. Like, because you notice when you're younger, they try to talk you out of using your imagination, you know,
Right.
and they kind of get you to think like a grown up does, you know. And that's a programming, man. I tried to stay a big kid as long as I could, and I think it paid off. And I think me staying a big kid as long as I could, fucking, you know, I don't have a lot to show for it, but still, like, knowledge-wise, man, fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that never ends for me, man. You know, as long as I'm doing what I've always done, I'm happy, you know.
Hey.
And if it can stop me from doing what I'm doing, oh my God, what have? Because stopping somebody from doing what they really want to do is by forcing somebody to have to spend most of their life and time trying to pay a bunch of fucking bills, which is unnecessary.
Totally. I agree with you 100%.
Be able to make enough money, you know, in a few hours to be able to handle all this bullshit.
Right. The money,
Like,
the money thing is another subject that's fucked up, man. Yeah, like you were saying, think of our math system, you know what I mean? When you're at the bank, say the bank, you know, and you got $1 times $1. How many dollars do you have in front of you? $2. So I know 1 times itself is that number, but if you're holding up money to the bank and they say 2 times, or, you know, 1 times 1, you got $2 in front of you. They're keeping the dollar and giving you the 1. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't. Maybe I'm not explaining that right, but I was tipped off on some shit. Like I think we need to reanalyze our whole system. The math, because like it is always right in front of your face. You know, we think math is math, but like we should start from this gate again, bro, just to see how smart we really are. Because if they think we're advancing, they're fucked in the head, bro. Because we ain't. We're not. You know. Yeah. I mean, like we are in ways like advancing, but like not. You know, there was ancient civilizations, man, that were way more advanced and sophisticated.
Oh, yeah.
With the knowledge of mind-blowing stuff, man.
Compared to what it used to be 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 years ago, which just doesn't make sense.
You brought up about the maps earlier, and like I want to talk about the music, but there's one more thing I want to bring up about these maps, okay? You know how they tell us the story about the Wright brothers? flying their airplane a couple hundred feet maybe, and then it got destroyed by a gust of wind, you know, when they landed, you know. And if you look at the old photos, there's like vanilla skies and shit, like they were blocking something, like they were editing photos, and cameras and shit have been out for a long time. You know, there was airships is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? They've been flying around Earth now for a long time. And what I got to thinking about was, okay, let's think about this, because these maps are old as fuck. And they're accurate. They're pretty accurate. So if you're on land and you're not flying yet or nothing, you know, you might be able to, like, you know, get an idea of what you're working with there. But back then there was territories. You couldn't just go into people's territories and say, "Oh, we're just here to survey," and you know you know they're not friendly or whatever the fuck. What other way to get them ancient maps so accurate would be to be flying? You know what I'm saying?
No,
I mean, there's, you know, like they don't want us flying nowadays either. And like they make it seem like you gotta be highly trained, you know, fucking pilots and this and that or whatever. And fucking like, and going to space is so fucking hard. I don't think it's that hard, bro. Honestly, I think they make it look like a lot more than it really is, bro. And if we could fly around and see shit, they know we would, dude. Oh my God, unbelievable.
How did they know what the United States and South America was shaped like in like 1492?
It's my point. Yes. Right. I mean, like that's logically thinking, you know, but that's something a lot of mainstreamers will be like, oh, they, you know, they went and they walked and they rode their horses and they fucking with a feather on, you know, or something, or what they do, put it in the dirt with a fucking stick to, you know, get the fuck out of here.
They had a drone. They flew a drone up. Yeah.
Totally, man. Yeah, with ease, you know? Unbelievable. Like the shit we believe is just, it blows my mind every single day, man. Like I just can't get over it.
Right.
So you and all this, and you have a new album dropping, right?
Yes.
You want to tell us what it's called, man? Because I'm excited. What is it?
Environmental Death.
My gosh. Woo! All right, dude. I love it.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm so excited because on this record, it's gonna be more heavy and more brutal.
Woo, you know, baby! And you bringing the facts?
Bringing the facts, man.
Man, I can't wait to hear it, and I look forward to hearing it, man. Because just knowing that you're a bringer of the facts, man, makes me your top fan right now.
Yeah, poison in our air, our water, and our food, man.
Totally. You know. Once again, it's always right in front of our face, man. It's our everyday shit. You know, it's our everyday stuff.
I was just thing earlier about medieval fucking vegetables and shit that have more vitamins than everything that this fucking corporate world fucking is growing in their farms and shit.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. No shit.
And I was like, what the fuck? Why aren't we eating that? They had fucking plants that these medieval fuckers were eating that would make their teeth healthy so they didn't fall out.
Think of this too, like they said like the Greeks, the ancient Greeks or whatever, like their teeth and shit, like they had perfect teeth, man. Like better dental care than we have today.
Yeah,
like they would die old with a whole full mouth of teeth.
Yeah, from
like they had better. Unbelievable. You know what I mean? You see skulls of our modern day people, man. They're fucking, you know. I've been in enough fights, like I'm missing some teeth, you know what I'm saying? But man, fuck.
Right.
Yeah, you know, I've been in enough mosh pits too, man. I fucking took my fair share of some shit, you know? I get it too, man. I fucking fork that shit out. I'm the guy going into the concert, man, fucking grabbing every big dude saying, come on, follow me. And we're going right through the crowd, man. I'll get the pit started, dude. I love it. I'll tell my brother, I'll be like, hold my glasses in my hat, motherfucker. I'm going in the pit. You know what I mean? Come back with no shirt on, one shoe on, you know what I mean? Fucking all tore up, man. Loving it. Love it.
Yeah, no, Environmental Death, it'll drop in 2026 around June. I'm writing it now. So we're going to start recording next week on some of the new songs that are going on that record. I will release here in the next month, probably after the holidays or so, because everyone's busy. And probably after New Year's, I'll drop the title track to that record just to give people something new to listen to. You know,
well, I'll be sure to keep an eye out for it, and I'll also share it. You know what I mean? I'll share the shit out of it, man. I look forward to it.
Oh yeah, man.
Are you excited about getting in the studio and shit, bro?
Oh fuck, I live in it, man. It's built into my
house. That's your studio there behind you. It looks pretty cool, man. You got a nice little setup. You want to give us a little tour?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool, that would be cool. I think you said something about that earlier, right? You maybe give it like a little tour.
Oh yeah.
Give us a little rig rundown, maybe. You know what I mean? Let's see how you're getting all this heavy sound, man. Because what I heard so far is pretty fucking dope.
See if I can do it. Okay, here we go.
It looks good.
So this is the control room. So this is where, you know, everything comes from the other room into this room.
Cool.
But this is the see if I can see it. If I can see it. Can you see that guitar?
Yes.
This is my new one that I'm using now. This is the 2025 Ibanez RB 720.
Brand new. 2025.
Yep, brand new. And this
How's
is
it feel? Play good?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be with Ibanez again. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's
prior
awesome.
before the fact, I was using other guitars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used my 2000 Gibson Flying V 7-string.
Awesome.
here.
7-string.
Yeah.
Wow. No way. I don't think I've ever seen one of them in person. Yeah.
I used that one on Tin Man. But,
On Tin Man, the song Tin Man?
Yeah, which is on
I just listened to that this morning, actually.
on our Decoded record.
Yes, yeah. I was checking out some of your older shit, man. I like the title Decoded too. That's cool.
And in here, we'll just all walk around. This is the live room where we get down to business, and this is the
No
drum
shit.
set
Look at that. Behind the scenes footage and everything, bro. This is where the magic happens, huh?
where the magic happens, right here, man.
Hey, I love it.
Bass
Looks like a
rig.
dope setup too, man.
Yeah, I have it all sound off with sound curtains, but this is my rig right here. This is the let's see.
There you go.
That is the new 2024 5150 80-watt tube-headed cabinet, the iconic series.
5150, huh? Okay,
Yep.
it's the newest one out.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty tough, man. That's got to have some crunch. Can you give us a sample?
yeah. I crunch it up in there. I got us all hooked up,
Man, that 5150 is fucking dope.
and I don't use it too much down here, really.
Yeah.
Just maybe my distortion and my analog chorus. And sometimes I might use my Starling Dog, but that's one of the best wall pedals ever out. But
The dime one.
no, man, this is made by Charlie.
Okay.
Charlie
Nice.
Stringer, man. Those were done back in like the fucking early 90s, man, and he didn't have enough money to keep his company going.
Yeah. Damn. So, is there any other go-to gear that you can recommend to some younger kids nowadays, maybe getting into this shit? And is there any advice you could give to a younger guy that maybe thinks about going against the system and going against the grain and putting his balls out? Is there any advice you could give to a young guy or even an old man like me?
I would say, whatever you like, you know what I mean?
Yes. Follow
You
your
can't
heart.
You can't beat the 5150 when it comes to power. And I mean,
Right.
the stage rigs with TV would have been a good rig as a 6505, right? They're bulletproof.
Is that right? I never played one.
A lot of people use those, and
At the tube amp, right?
now, yeah, I've noticed everybody's using these 5150s,
Yes.
and I need to upgrade to a whole nother level. I'm like, fuck it, but I'm gonna go with it.
What
You
kind
know
of
what I mean?
cabinet you got with that then?
That's the 5150 cabinet with the 30 vintage in it.
Nice. Yeah, I love the tone that you get, man. Out of everything I've heard so far, like it's pretty cool. So you said you play 7 and 8 string, right?
Yeah, that's it there.
Go for it. Go ahead. Sounds good, man. Let it rip. Let it rip, man. Sounds good. Go for it. Yes. Make it thunder, brother. That sounds dope. Man, that's got a mean snarl to it, man. I love it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the cabinet mic up in the other room coming through the console.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man. Yeah, I did. So I got a question here for you while you're looking.
Okay.
How do you decide when a riff or a solo or a vocal line, when it hits, how do you know when you hit that done button? How do you know it's done? Where's that decide, when the riff or a solo or the vocal line hits done? How do you know that?
Well, it's like in World and Chaos, man. It's like when I wrote it out. I was like,
That song
it's
is
like,
one of my favorites, actually.
yeah, when I hit that lick, yeah,
Yes,
right,
yes. I love
I
that,
knew,
man. Fucking heavy.
right, I knew when I was gonna sing it. I was like,
You just knew.
world,
In
chaos,
chaos, world, in.
world,
Yes.
yeah, you know what I'm
Love
saying?
it. Yes, I feel it,
Right.
man. I fucking love it.
So the lyrics told me really what to play there. You know what I mean?
Right on. I dig what you're saying. Yeah. Right. You know, that kind of happens to me too. Like, I'll come up with a riff or something, you know, and I kind of like sing with the guitar in a way, maybe, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, my lyrics go with like like if I wasn't singing and you knew what I was singing, you would hear the words through my playing.
Right.
Does that make any sense at all? Like, what the fuck am I talking about?
No, that's what it does. It's like
right.
the music writes itself. You know what I mean?
It really does. You know what I mean? It, you know, it. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, you're right. It does. It writes itself, man. And that World in Chaos is dope. I love that song, dude. It's fucking cool. Fucking cool song. The lyrics are fucking badass. And then the way you fucking yell it out, man, I'm just like, yep, this nigga's on point. You know what I mean? I love it.
Like even on We Don't Need Your Politics, like
Yeah.
a lick and like stays open. Like save it publicly, do something in the time. And I followed up with something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, right. Some more facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Love your style.
Politics. Damn transforming your tactics. See the claims weave people with debt. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Amen.
I find that the lick is done because the music writes itself. So it's not like I'm sitting there for weeks. I'll write those fucking licks in about 15 or 20 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
I'll hear it in my head. I'll be like, I'll be watching some fucked up shit on television or
Right.
the news, and all of a sudden I'm looking down on my table out there. I have a stack of papers where I'm writing different subject matters down. And I'm like, oh shit, this is it right here. And I'll have the lick and I'll go and rehearse it for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. And I'll just
Yeah.
come right in here and fucking lay it down.
I
Then
think
I'll
that's how
send
the
it
best
to the
stuff comes,
drummer.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, then the drummer, I'll send it to him and he'll listen to it. He'll sit there and fucking battle it out
Yeah.
on itself, and he'll come in, we'll rehearse it for a few minutes, then he'll just fucking lay it down.
Wow. That's how the magic happens, huh?
That's how the magic happens.
Dude, that's dope as fuck, man. I love it. So, what does building without an industry backing, you know, what's it mean for you in practical terms of hustle, skills, and mindset?
Fuck, man. You know,
Right.
a lot of people don't have what it takes to fucking engineer or, I mean, but they do in today's world, but back then they didn't, you know.
Right, right.
It takes money on your own self-financing to get your releases out there, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But still playing the fucking market game and dealing with these major distribution places,
Yeah.
they're still fucking gatekeepers, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's why they call it the underground. You know?
yeah. Hey,
And-
I live in the underground, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know?
But it's all about today's world. It's all about just doing it on your own, you know?
Right,
And
right. That's
have
really
your
my
own
mindset
record.
anymore is to, you know, do something for myself and
Right.
you know, like you said about the rat race, man, you know, people working at 9 to 5 and shit, man, like they're afraid of people really following their heart and pursuing something, you know, because if everybody, okay, this is an example. If everybody had the same kind of mindset, if we were taught from young age, you know, to be yourself, you know, truly, and not to like, you know, judge and shit and race and all this other stuff, say all that stuff was totally gone. You know what I mean? Like people would think for themselves, you know?
Right.
And when you think for yourself and use your own imagination or your own logic or follow your heart for your own intuition, they're afraid of that. That's a force, man.
Yeah, no, they don't like that. So, yeah, man, my advice for other people out there, man, it just keep moving forward, doing what you do,
Yeah.
and cut good production, good
Yeah.
records, and I've I've never worked a 9 to 5 job, so I've always been doing music since 1987, and I've never had to work after the first 5 records that I actually recorded. You know what I mean?
That's
Did I
amazing.
pay for those records? I did,
Yeah.
and they paid for themselves. You know what I mean?
But you also
But I
put
was-
in the hard work, that's important too.
Yeah, I was making good money at that time when I did work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And after that, after 95,
Yeah.
I never really had to even go back. I do own businesses to occupy my mind and my time so I don't go fucking crazy.
Right
You know
on.
what I mean?
Yeah, you
But
gotta
not
have something to
My
do.
time, I'm in here cutting records.
Right on. Right. You're living in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I imagine you would get satisfaction after that record's finally done, and you're listening to it. How's that feel?
Oh fuck. Yeah. It makes me
Is
want
it
to
party
get
time? Is it party time? Be
Nah,
like,
I'm already prepared to record the next record. It's like
man.
during the process that, well, Black Saturn was supposed to come out, right, to be our second record, and then World and Chaos to be our third record. All of a sudden, I'm like, no, hold on, let me get the shifter. I started
Okay.
shifting gears. I'm like, no. We're in World and Chaos now because Black Saturn,
Gotcha.
these motherfuckers ain't gonna be able
Ain't
to
ready for that.
comprehend the devil doing his fucking their shit in 3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
About the Black Cube, you
Yep.
know what I mean?
On
Because
Saturn.
I'd already written title tracks and songs for that album, Black Saturn, like Hexagon Box and shit.
Okay.
But these motherfuckers would have to really think about what the fuck I'm saying. World and Chaos and Decoded and Environmental Death. Oh, right when they put it on, they're like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They already know where I'm going and where I'm getting at. So
You're absolutely right.
I'm ahead of schedule. You know what I mean? When I'm in my writing zone. So instantly, when I nailed fucking World and Chaos, it's about halfway through it. I'm like, oh fuck this shit. I got the third record. It's gonna be Environmental Death. My
Yeah.
band members to this day, finally, when they show up on Tuesday and Wednesday, they got, you got something new, man?
Right. That's dope. So you have a vision. You know when it's time to strike, obviously, because you said, wait a minute, World and Chaos is right now. Let's
Right.
shift gears here. And
Yeah.
I admire that. I think it would be a smart move too.
Yeah,
know?
to shift gears
You-
into
you-
what's happening today.
You
know
must
what I
have
mean?
felt something there to make you change track. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, I guess I'm watching the fucking news.
So it was super important for you to do this World and Chaos album, right?
Portland burned to the ground permanently this time instead of over some bullshit.
Uh-huh.
These motherfuckers in Baltimore, Chicago, these places are all fucking out of control, man. These people are nuts, man.
Yeah.
World's in chaos.
Yeah, I'm one of the chaotic motherfuckers out there too, man. I'm telling you. Everybody watch the fuck out, man. We're coming to party, man. What's up? Yeah. Man, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
So, are you guys going to have a tour at all with this with Environmental Death?
Yeah, we want to. I mean, it's going to be self-financed. But,
Yeah.
I try to get a hold of different booking agents and different management companies to
Yeah.
try and push forward. And that's the hard part too. Not only recording good records, but actually making contact with the right people that can make moves.
Yeah.
I have broke where we originally formed, which was in Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm talking to some of the people down there that actually own these places. So there's some good venues. Phoenix is nice. So
Yeah.
I think our first day on soil to be able to deliver is probably
Yeah.
going to be in Phoenix.
Okay. Awesome. Is there any
which will
like?
be probably next year sometime around March.
Okay, we'll keep an eye
Because
out.
we're
You know, what I mean,
rehearsing now, and we got about 5 songs really tight to the point where I feel comfortable with them. You know what I mean?
yes, yeah, right on. I'll definitely be keeping an eye out, man. I look forward to it, and if I can catch you guys live, I will. I'll be there because you know I'm a fan. I'm a big fan, and that's genuine. That's true. Like I'm
Thank
not
you, man.
no bullshit. No
Love
bullshit,
that.
man. Yeah, no bullshit. You guys are doing the right thing,
That's what
man.
makes it to become big.
And I
Is
believe
people
in
like
you, man.
you.
I believe in this band and what you're doing. I believe in that. You know what I'm saying? And I got goosebumps right now. I'm telling you. I believe in this band, and you're spitting the facts. I love that, and I hope we can get like a younger generation on board with what you're doing because they need to pay attention because they're going to be the ones in charge soon. You
There's
know
a
what I mean?
lot of fucking conspiracy theorists, fucking kids today. They just kind of,
Yeah,
they, they try to just keep it to themselves because they know there's just so many people out there ready to bash them. You know what I mean?
right. And that's the thing too. Like, just like when I started this podcast too, I was like, well, what do I know about podcasts? Because I didn't know. I was just doing it out of intuition, man. I just felt like I had to start one, so I did. You know what I mean? And
Right.
like, and I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't. I'm learning as I go. But like, it's my main point of pointing something out to people about this podcast though is the power of belief and power in believing in yourself. And when you believe in something and you put in the hard work, I think it can't fail. You know what I'm saying? And you
You're
have to put
right.
in the hard work and you have to believe and you have to be able to envision your goal. You know what I mean? You have to have, you got to kind of know, I don't really know where this is going to lead me, but it's going to lead me to something fucking great and cool. You know what I mean? Like where I want to be in music and, or with music. And you know what I mean? Talking about music, playing music, whatever the fuck I want to do. Hey, what's up, dog?
This is my dog.
Oh, man, cool. Is he your little helper then there in the studio?
Yeah, this is G-Bird.
Yo, G-Bird, what's up, man? I'm G-Dog. What's happening?
Poppy. Her favorite thing is she likes to come in here and steal things. She likes those she likes those things that
I gave him bones and
I like them little frisbee things or whatever.
yeah, the drum cushions.
Yeah.
She'll sneak in the live room. I got the door open, and if they're on the ground, they're gone.
Yeah.
All the little silencers that ran out of like fucking like rubber, sticky rubber.
Right.
They fly off sometimes, during studio recordings. And this dog, she'll have them. I'm like, how the fuck did that get out here? Oh, that's right, Gigi.
Gigi, man. My boy. A fucking crazy motherfucker, man. So here's another question for you. Biggest advantages of the hardest truths of working outside the label system. It's pretty deep. Yeah, like you don't have to get into it. It's just I'm throwing it out there.
Fuck that.
It's
Biggest
important, I
truth
think.
working outside of the record companies.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I mean, that's a deep one, but
What we have today,
yeah,
we didn't have in the 90s, right? We have
absolutely,
it today.
yes. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So we could take all those tools and use those tools. We can make a breakthrough. But in the bottom line, it comes down to production. You either got it or you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can produce something, but it's garbage, right?
Okay. I guess so, yeah.
So you got to be on your fucking A game in today's world, because if you're not, you got too many good bands. Like I was talking to you when we were on the phone.
Yeah.
Like Nervosa and fucking Krypton.
Yeah, I love that. I looked into it. I loved it.
Bands are fucking destructive, and it's like, you wonder why these bands got label attention. It's because they're coming with it. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
to work, I'd say to work outside of the industry of the record label is to make sure you got some content that's just, top tier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I try to think about in here when I'm doing something.
Okay.
What somebody else is doing. All the guitar riffs, they're pretty much all the same.
Okay.
I mean, every fucking band uses the same.
Right. Like we play off of things that we've already know and played many times probably. We just different variations and different, rhythms and chugs and everything else. Like, I'm one to speed a lot of things up a lot of times. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like
Yes.
a lot of things are all pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
go ahead. Sorry.
So if you can take everything that these fuckers are doing.
Yo. Right. Fuck yeah.
Arrange it the way you want to fit you as an artist.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, is to be you.
Yeah.
Don't try to be somebody else, because when you try to be somebody else, it never works out. That's what I try to tell people. Just be you, because in the end, what it comes down to, when you play the shit back, you realize that it's just never changed. The only thing that has changed is the way the arrangement has been.
Right.
Because if you listen to Celtic Frost from like 1983, and then you hear their new fucking record that they just did,
yeah,
it's pretty much all the same.
Right.
It's just more dynamic and more, produced into the point of a different direction, more, but it's new. You know what I mean? I was excited to hear. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, me too. I was too. Yeah, definitely. Same with Kerry King's project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
I kind of expected it to sound a lot like Slayer, and boy, but
it's like Slayer on steroids.
It sounds great. I love it. I love it a lot. Kerry King, shout out to Kerry King, man. He's the shit. He's always been a big influence on my guitar playing for sure.
No, the one I can't wait to hear is Exodus, this fucking new record.
What?
That brought back fucking Rob Doakes from Generation Kill again to sing vocals on that record. That's gonna be fucking butchering, dude.
Well, we'll be looking forward to that one too, man, right here. So make sure people tune in and keep up with us, because I wanna do a follow up with you in the future here, in the near future, and see how things are going with the new album, and if you would, tell me how the new album is going, and in maybe a month or two or something like that.
Yeah, we'll schedule with everybody. We'll get Dez and we'll get fucking Stan.
That would be cool as fuck, man. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's the drummer's bowling name, Stan. SP66N stands for Stan.
Is that what it is? Because I thought it was Steven or something. I didn't know what it was. No. Stan. Okay, now I get it. And I was checking out your album cover, brother. I seen exactly what you were telling me over the phone. I looked at it and I was like, no shit, he wasn't lying, man. Real cool shit on there. So people, if you see the World in Chaos, look at the album cover real close, man. Tell me what you see. Comment below. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. We'll see what people can see out of that. Right. You did a good job with the artwork.
You'll be blown away when they blow that up. And look at it. They were like, what the fuck?
Right. Very cool. I love your style.
That's why the World in Chaos, because of those motherfuckers that they're going to see on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people are just out of control with this vaccines and fucking, Medicare and drugs. I mean, it's like they're the biggest dope dealers in the world.
Right. It's trippy.
That's why the world's in chaos, because these motherfuckers are trying to sell drugs again, and now they got the cartels fucking pumping these fuckers up on fentanyl.
It's fucked. Absolutely, it's fucked. I agree with you, man. Yeah, like we'll give you the disease, and then we'll sell you the cure. It's a win-win for them fucks.
They're just out because these motherfuckers would rather buy fentanyl than buy fucking Oxycontin and fucking Vicodins.
Right on. It's cheaper, probably.
You know what I mean? The government sells Vicodin and Oxycontin, but the Mexican cartel sells fentanyl, so they got better drugs.
Well, when you're charging $1 a milligram or more, yeah, I mean, it's like people paying big money for, you know what I mean? You get dope cheaper, motherfucker, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? I know, man, it's a fucking twisted situation, brother. You know,
Right.
it really is. It needs to, you know what I think about sometimes is mental awareness, you know what I mean? Because I know, like, I don't know, I'm not really diagnosed with, you know, but I know I'm fucking mentally fucking fucked. You know what I mean? Like mental awareness and things are important. And you think if we're so advanced and shit, we would be able to fit, you know, we would know a lot more than what we do. Like, we kind of put it on the back burner, man. And no matter how famous the person is talking about it or whatever, like, you know, people just like, it's strange to me, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a red flag, if you will, for me anyway. You know, like something to pay attention to and be aware of, because what's happening with it? Nothing. Here's more drugs. You know what I mean? Like, they're not doing shit.
Right. I think, and it just amplified their problem.
It does. Yeah. You know, it's
Well-
almost a full-time job going to the doctor. If you got a real problem or something, you got to go to the doctor, like, you know, a couple times a week or whatever, or like twice a week. And medication is crazy expensive. Like, my parents aren't doing so good. And like, I'm finding out, like, man, shit's fucked, bro, man. Like, how do people even afford this shit? You know,
Yeah, no,
unbelievable. Like, and you can't get help. It's crazy.
Well, they
man.
make millions of dollars on that shit. You know, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think anybody
Yeah.
needs medication
Absolutely.
ever.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love drugs and all. I just don't like spending millions of dollars on them. You know what I mean? No, I mean, like, listen, you know, I think people
I don't think anybody needed medication for their
Yeah.
problems.
right?
You know, and
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Like, I don't really take
They
any
just need to
medication
be
anymore.
around-
Like, you know,
well, you just need to be around the right people. You know what I mean?
I
Everybody's
self-medicate.
got problems,
Yeah,
but there are the right people to be around that are actually normal people. And
And-
it's like, what's normal? Normal is somebody
right.
who fucking lives a normal life that ain't out at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning chasing some fucking barfly down and going
Yeah.
crashing his fucking car from being drunk to the fucking hilt. That's not normal.
Yeah, unless you can function, right? It's okay if I can function still,
I
right?
don't even- and
If this album could change one thing about how people see the world, what would it be?
which one? World and Chaos?
Yes.
Be happy and humble for what you got, and don't allow others to influence you to be a fucking nutbag.
Right on. That's
You know
powerful
what I
advice,
mean?
man. Hell yeah. Kids, listen to this shit, would you, motherfuckers? Listen to this
Fuck
guy.
yeah, dude. Hey, do
God damn
you.
it. Right.
Don't
right.
just because your buddies went over down to fucking protest at fucking, you know, some bullshit that you got to be there. No, man. We don't need this protesting bullshit and this and that. It's not going to change nothing.
Mm.
You know? You
Yeah.
know, it's funny. This applies to what I'm saying. I don't allow politics or fucking to put food on my table. And when you allow that shit to be part of your life as a government, well, you're going to be controlled by them, and you're probably going to fucking starve to death, or you're going to only have a minimal amount to be able to survive with.
Right.
You know, think
He
to
who-
yourself.
He who controls the food runs the
If
show.
you think for yourself and
is
you
the
work
leader.
for yourself, you
Mm.
will be yourself, and you'll have everything that you want because yourself tells you what you want.
And you also got to put in the hard work, though. Don't forget.
Well, yeah, I mean, I work.
You can't
hard
just
with
sit there
my
and,
work.
like, you know, people think they can manifest something and just sit there and it's going to come. No, you gotta also work at what you want. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
gotta put in the work, man. You know, like, if you want to be a guitar player, you know how much time you got to put in to be a guitar player.
Some of these kids fucking got
They
it.
learn
like,
quick. Yeah, these
don't know
fucking
what it
kids nowadays that can go to hell. They suck. You know what I mean?
Them motherfuckers come out of the gate.
Right. That's awesome, man. Fucking
like,
cool,
what
man.
the fuck?
Hats
How
off to
old
the
are
kids,
you?
man. I'll tell you, they're fucking crazy. Wow.
I'm 9 and I'm fucking gonna like fucking butcher fucking motherfuckers with my guitar. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. I like the rawness and the realness in playing, you know, certain bands and stuff. I like perfection for me isn't like it shows it reminds me of AI too much or something. Like, when you see perfection, there's some kind of hands involved in tech and shit, you know, and like,
Yeah, man.
I mean,
You're
like, cause
right.
like I like the human side of it. Like, even I do art and shit sometimes too, and like, don't expect super straight lines from me or nothing, but I like that. I like it like that. I like the realness that it brings. You know what I'm saying? And it,
Yeah,
and
it
my
was
playing, it kind of shows through my playing too as well. It, you know, it's not, it's in your
the
face.
70s and these in the 80s. You heard the fuck ups on the record, and people loved that. You know?
Right. And people didn't even know.
No,
there's a guy on-
exactly.
There's a guy on YouTube, I think he goes and listens to like old songs and he fucking points out all this shit, and he's pretty good. But the shit he points out, I'm like, wait, I didn't even hear it, bro. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, and I've heard the song a million times. It just happens to fit, and it was meant to be that way. Is how I feel. Like that imperfection is meant to be. You know?
That's the record. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
man. Yeah,
A little glitch, a little nick here and there is really what made the record. I mean, Tool records are just too fucking studiofied.
I like Tool. I like Tool and all, you know. Not something I can listen to constantly, but I like his new band Pussifer. They're pretty deep with the lyrics and stuff, like pretty cool stuff. It's different. I'm a fan of it though. I like the Pussifer albums that they have out.
I'm not knocking it. I mean, I've listened to their record.
They suck anyway. They suck. Tool sucks. I think Pussifer's best out of all Maynard's, out of all of his projects and stuff. I think Pussifer is probably the best for me.
Well, you know, Mudvayne is now recorded on a new record, right?
Yes, and I'm excited about that. Yep, I'm a Mudvayne fan, big time. Yeah, so
I think one of my favorite bands to date, right? If we're going into new bands,
okay,
I like fucking Ghost, man. Those guys are some of the greatest musicians in the world, man. To me,
I honestly haven't even really looked into Ghost a whole lot. Like, it didn't.
Well, growing up, they said that Merciful Fate and the members of Merciful Fate and King Diamond were some of the labeled.
I remember King Diamond.
The best musicians ever in the field of music.
Okay.
Right? I was laughing. I was like, God, but they're really killer. But now, Ghost, man, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, no doubt. Huh. I'll have to check them out. I haven't really even paid any mind to them, honestly. You know, I'm kind of stubborn, I guess, when it comes to certain things, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but I'll definitely check them out since you recommended them, though. Yeah, totally. When we were talking on the phone, you brought up about Ministry. I'm a huge Ministry fan.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Man, you know what? And their new album, I absolutely love their new album, man. And the first time I heard the first one they released, the Oil or whatever one, I forget the name of the track. But anyway, I seen the video and I heard the song and I was like, man, these guys are spreading a message, man. They're trying to tell you something. You know what I mean? Without like full blown, like, you know, saying.
He always,
you know,
Al Jorgensen always was a guy that always had a message to send to try to make a change.
And he's been hassled through the industry too and shit, I believe. Like,
Chicago fucking banned him in his own fucking city.
That's fucked up. How the fuck? What the hell? Like, I don't even know how to. It's fucked up.
He gets popular, you know what I mean? They feel a threat, you know?
Yeah. Right. Because you got people's attention. That's why. Yeah, and if you're dropping like, you know, clues and bombs all over the place about certain things, you know, they'll be knocking on your front door. You know what I'm saying? They'll definitely be knocking at your fucking door, bro. Yo, shit.
But no, them pussies are too scared. They're gonna do like what they did to me. Wait till 7 o'clock in the morning when you're not even paying attention into the store and shit, and fucking catch you with 40 guns on you. Just got a gun.
Yeah, right. Like, whoa, wait, what? I just smoked a joint. Like, what the fuck happened, man? That's fucked up, right?
I had this 45. I had this 45 right here, man.
Wow.
It was big and stupid, dude.
Big 45s are big, yeah.
It's open carry. You know
right on. That's a law. You're allowed to open carry, right? Like, if you would have concealed it, they would have really give you a hard time then, ain't?
Well, they tried to say it was concealed, and I was like, wait a minute, this asshole said he's got a gun. If it was concealed, he wouldn't know I had a weapon.
True. Yeah. Yeah. You know, so they have this open carry law, but like it freaks people out when they see somebody carrying an open, like a gun. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're almost better off concealing the motherfucker.
Well, yeah, no, the music industry is really threatened by bands like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they'll try to do whatever it takes to try to send out these fucking gatekeepers to keep us from doing what we're doing. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So you better fucking recognize with Grim and me right here on this fucking show right
you
here.
Got it.
I'm coming with it, motherfuckers. And next year with fucking environmental death,
boom,
you guys are fucking us. So you better tell your bands like Whitechapel and all your fucking Metal Blade bullshit bands and your bands that on this fucking nuclear blast bullshit and your new fucking metalcore bullshit. Yeah, you better fucking come with it, assholes.
What?
Because bands like us and Gorjora, we're gonna fucking stop it, dude.
Yo, love it. I love your energy, man. You're all about it. I got your back. Fuck yes, man. Whew. Thanks for all your insight today, man. I think it's really cool. And I think we got some good shit here today, too.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. I got another question for you, though.
What's up?
So, okay. Wait, what's this one here? The best way for new listeners to dive deep, what track or video or lyric is the ultimate gateway drug to I See You? Yeah.
I'd say, God, they're all pretty good. But probably you got oh fuck.
Yeah.
Sign of the Enter Apprentice off of our Decoded record, which describes how these fucking agendas and occults get to people by threatening. That's basically what that song was about them threatening people to want to be something. You want to be something for yourself, but really Blind. The song Blind.
Yeah, it's a good reference. I heard Blind and I would say yes, absolutely 100% to that. The other one you're speaking of, I haven't heard it yet.
Sign of the Apprentice. It's off our Decoded record.
I'm going to check it out. Trust me, I'm going to check it out. Yeah. But I heard Blind. You know, when I heard World in Chaos, that's the first song I heard from you guys. But man, I'll tell you, like, I needed it. At the time, I was looking for some new music, and like, I have a hard time finding anything new that I like. And I seen right away, not even like 3 seconds into the song, man, I knew what you were about. And I dig that. You know what I mean? There was no waiting around like, oh, who the fuck are these guys? What are they doing? What are they about? Like, I was instantly like, boom. Yes. You know what I mean? And like, I've been cranking it ever since, man. It's been a good couple weeks now. I've been jamming your shit.
Fucking awesome, man. Thank you. I hope that I could do that for a lot more people.
Yeah. Right.
Like you. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you're going to reach a lot of people with it. Like, it's going to be a good thing.
Right,
once people get turned on to it and they hear this shit and they realize what you're doing, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, because our message is just helping save humanity and save human rights, man.
Yeah.
Because it starts with the people. The people that are out of fucking control, they're causing all this fucking chaos. You guys can just fucking ignore politics, ignore the government. They're going to do whatever they're going to fucking do, whether you vote on them or not. Whether you vote this asshole into being the president or him to being the fucking senator or this other fucking douchebag being the commissioner of your fucking district, remember, he's going to be that motherfucker anyway because the Bohemian Grove said so.
Yeah. Hope you'll come back sometime soon on Grimm's Music Mosh Pit, man, and keep us updated. And I'm going to be spreading the word like crazy, man, because I believe in you guys, and I think you guys are dope.
Thank you so much, man. Fuck yeah, thank you so much, man.
Yeah.